Okay, now to a medical story. Just hearing the phrase internal decapitation makes you wince. And when I first heard it, I wondered how it was possible and what it could possibly mean. Well, for the parents of 2-year-old Micah Andrews, the horror was all too clear. All the ligaments holding the little boy's head to his spine snapped after a car accident, which makes what happened next so extraordinary. Dr. Richard Besser has been following this for a long time, here to tell us about it. And we throw this word around a lot, medical miracle, but this is really it.
This is one, if there ever was one. George, if not for the quick thinking of the paramedics and the doctors who took care of Micah at the beginning, who recognized this incredibly rare injury and did everything right, the story might not have had a happy ending. Micah Andrews is your typical 2-year-old little boy. He loves to play, is outgoing and happy.
A bubbly personality, likes to make you laugh.
But 4 months ago, this toddler was in a traumatic car accident that left him in a coma with brain damage and another condition that shocked even his doctors. Micah was internally decapitated.
This would be the worst injury that we could imagine. He had it.
The impact of the car accident completely tore the ligaments that connect Micah's skull to his spine, leaving the neck supported only by muscle and skin. It's dangerous because it leaves the spinal cord completely unprotected, so that the slightest movement can be fatal.
This space shouldn't be here.
Micah needs emergency surgery to reattach his skull to his spine. His parents are terrified, but they receive words of comfort from Micah's surgeon at the Barrow Neurological Institute.
He turned to us and he said, "I'm going to operate on him as if I were operating on my own child." And we were, and believed him.
This is a very intricate and delicate surgery because with each breath that Micah took during surgery, we could see his skull and spine moving as two separate entities.
To perform the 4-hour-long reattachment procedure, Micah's doctors use wires, a small titanium rod, and a piece of bone from his rib to reattach his skull to the spine. Every aspect of this surgery is high risk. One little mistake and Micah could lose his life. The surgery is successful. But now Micah's parents wait by his side, praying he will come out of the coma and remember who they are.
I just, praying and saying, this kid's gonna come back.
Then, 4 days later, Micah wakes up.
And I bent down in his ear and said one of our jokes about his diaper. Diaper. And he smiled, the biggest smile.
That smile sparks a hospital-wide celebration.
There were doctors and nurses crying and cheering, and it was just unexpected, incredible.
Good work!
Just 2 weeks after the horrific accident, Micah is strong enough for therapy, where he relearns to walk and speak. And after 3 months...
Micah, you ready to take this off?
You ready to get rid of it?
Yeah.
All done.
All done.
Done.
All right.
Clap your hands. Miracles happen every day. And when I first saw Micah, I certainly never would have imagined at this point that he'd be looking as good as he does. And I think he continues to surprise us.
Wow. Who knew diaper could be such a beautiful word?
I know. It's unbelievable.
So this happened back in August, and you've been following. You just heard from Micah's dad in an email recently. He's doing great.
He's doing really well. He suffered 2 injuries. The injury to his spine, which is healing so wonderfully. In the car accident, he also had an injury to his brain and had to learn to walk and to speak. But his dad said he's just started to jump. He's got a new word. His latest word is dude. So he's really coming along just beautifully. It's a true miracle.
Yeah, he's all over the place right now. And there is an important lesson here, even though this is quite rare. It teaches you again about the importance of car seats.
Yeah, there are 2 lessons. The car seat, if he hadn't been strapped into a car seat and the car seat wasn't installed properly, he would have died. And if the people on the scene hadn't realized that you have to immobilize the head and the spine when you find anyone in an accident, any movement would have killed them as well.
Anytime anybody says something's going on with my neck, you say, don't move.
That's right. Don't move. You got to get them strapped on a board. And we have information on abcnews.com about the proper installation of car seats. And I'll be tweeting that at Dr. Richard Besser. So those things are so important to know.
They really are. Rich Besser, thanks very much for bringing us that story. As Rich said, go to abcnews.com/GMA to get step-by-step instructions for properly installing your child's car seat.